Alright, this video might get me in trouble, but that's like all my videos. I want you to meet my cyborg friend, old Kendall. That's a cyborg. That is the kind like Taylor Swift. The kind with no belly button. The reason why I'm bringing him up is because this ties in with so many things. I hope I don't forget to mention them all. This is also like a lecture and a edification for J.B. Murdoch. Old Kendall, the cyborg I just showed you, said that I pattern Triple H where I marry the boss's daughter, Melanie, and yes, I've decided to give her a chance. I just gotta let her have her time to grow as a person and a human being. So anyway, old Kendall told me that I'm like Triple H in the sense that no one would like me, but everyone would respect me. That translates into no Jinn would like me, but all the Jinn would respect me. So the other day, old Kendall says, "Jordan, I like the Queen," referring to J.B. Murdoch, the Queen of all ascending reptilians. I myself am the King of all ascending reptilians. So old Kendall says, "Jordan, I like the Queen." And what he was referring to was a comment that J.B. Murdoch made that said something to the effect of, "Well, you know, I think the Jinn are, in general, better than humans." And as soon as old Kendall said, "I like the Queen," referring to J.B. Murdoch, I knew exactly what he meant. He meant that as an insult to her. See, old Kendall, you have to understand, he's just like Fred in the sense that he will never make fun of you. He will never say, like, you're stupid, or you're retarded, or you're dumb as fuck, or he will never have any passion in his voice and say something like, "You're stupid, you're a fucking idiot." He'll never say that. The Jinn are a lot more cold and calculated, and they're like snakes. They pretend to be your friend, and then when they see you weak, then they put their zinger in. And see, when he said he likes the Queen, what he's really saying is that she's stupid for thinking that the Jinn are better, because essentially when the abuser likes to blame the victim. The Jinn love to blame the victim. So when old Kendall says, "Oh, I like the Queen," what he's saying is that he likes J.B. Murdoch's ignorance. I hope you understand that, Joanna, J.B. Murdoch. I really hope you understand that he's insulting you when he says he likes you, because you're feeding into the blame the victim mentality. Remember, the humans are at the mercy of the transmitter, which is a giant satellite in the foothills of the Laurentian mountains in Quebec, Canada. This is what the movie They Live with Roddy Piper is based on. This giant satellite keeps the humans voting, keeps them doing stupid stuff like joining the military, joining the police force, thinking their vote counts, watching television. It keeps them from learning from their mistakes. It keeps them taking Western medication. So when J.B. Murdoch said, oh, she said something to the effect of, I think the Jinn are in general better than the humans. You're feeding into the blame the victim, and they're making fun of you, and you're looking stupid in front of the fucking world. And you are participating in edification right now, which means moral improvement. Because these people are laughing at you. You see this guy? You see him? That's a human trafficker. That right there is a human trafficker. What he does is he has posts on Craigslist and says, hey, come over my house. You know, he gets a stripper to come over his house. And when he gets the stripper over his house, he removes the soul with his mind, because he's a powerful wizard person. And he's been taught all kinds of psychology. And he has all kinds of power of disassociation. So he removes he removes the soul from the stripper or prostitute with his mind. And then he takes them in a zombified state to the Queen of England, and then they do whatever they want. You know, they'll do the eyes wide shut orgies, and they'll do all kinds of, you know, they'll eat them, torture them. That man right there, old Kendall, is a human trafficker. Same thing with the 13th son. The human DNA is very important. The human DNA is necessary for other aliens to repopulate their own species, because other aliens don't know how to love, and yes, they actually need our DNA to teach us how to love, or to teach them how to love. They need our DNA so they can learn how to love. And that's why Gilbert is hustling grass-fed humans. That's why Gilbert wants to have the 13 Love community. So those grass-fed humans that Gilbert is harvesting, those ones are like the top dollar ones, like at Fresh Market. When you buy grass-fed ground beef at Fresh Market, the ones that Gilbert will have at the 13 Love community, those ones will be like, you know, high dollar. Especially the black ones, because they have the melanin. And melanin is a metaphysical superpower. And did you guys see that come out of the wall right there? Something came out of the wall right there. But J.B. Murdoch, you really have to wise the fuck up. And your Pisces energy is a problem for me, because Pisces are, especially when it comes to a female Pisces, the female Pisces is like halfway out of the dimension. A female Pisces is like, can be there physically in your presence, but not mentally there, because their minds are always halfway out of the dimension. And also, furthermore, if you watch old Kendall's like first 10 or 20 videos, when I watched his first 10 videos, I got a very serial killer vibe from him, because he does things like takes pictures of random trash, as in trash, and then just watch his video. Like, watch his first 10 videos, you'll see what I mean. He has a serial killer vibe to him, and he sent me a link to a croquet player, and it was a melanated man, and his nickname was the Whispering Death. he keeps sending me links to his other serial killer friends. Michael Holding, the tennis player. Michael Holding. I'll bring a picture of him up right now. They call this guy is like the O.J. Simpson of tennis players. See him right there? That right there is another serial killer type, and they call him the Whispering Death, not because of what he does on the tennis court. They call him the Whispering Death because of what he does behind closed doors. He probably goes to the Mother of Darkness castle in Belgium and kills a bunch of people. And I don't care about them suing me for slander because I have no assets. And Kimberly Bunch replied to me in regards to JSX, and she said that he was a Red Cross in his past lives, which is obvious because he admitted to being people like Leonardo da Vinci and George Washington. And for those that don't know, a Red Cross is a very high degree in Masonry. As a matter of fact, it's a degree in Masonry where you are conscious 100% that you're doing evil 110%. That's why in one of the 13 Sons' first 25 videos, he says, if you see the Red Cross coming, you better run the other fucking way. This Red Cross is really Rosicrucian Red Cross. So, and Rosicrucians are renowned for child sacrifice. So, Kimberly Bunch says that JSX, she's seen JSX in his past life bearing the Red Cross, meaning that he was part of a sect of Freemasonry that is 100% conscious that it's pure evil. So, I hope you understand that this old Kendall cyborg guy is truly a Dark Lord in every sense of the word. And I have nothing but love for him because I am fascinated by him. I love him the same way I love Pita, the same way I love the 13th Son, the same way I love all the Jinn, because my love for them undoes them. And that's why they don't like being around me, because they can't stand my love for them. They hate the fact that someone could possibly love them. They hate the fact that there could be a being out there that could undo them. You know, God creates angels and demons. God creates an equation and the counter equation. God creates a punch and a counter punch. I'm the counter punch to them because I naturally undo them by my fascination with them and with my love for them. I don't condone the sacrifices they do, but at the same time I'm not out to help all the humans, and besides the humans they're sacrificing would just grow up to call me stupid and call me crazy. So it's a bit of a stalemate as usual, and the Queen of England and I have a symbiotic relationship because the elite want to upload their consciousness to the computer to get the new man, and we all know that they cannot have the new man without me because they're removing the old way, and the old way is flesh and bone. The new way is what Cyrus King said, which is a liquid plasma. So flesh and bone is gone. The new way is a pseudo fifth dimension, which will consist of liquid plasma. They cannot get that without me beating the computer, because the computer that simulates this reality is 80% me. That's why I'm so indispensable. That's why I'm so indisposable. That's why I'm going to wind up cashing in my rent-free soul contract with Melanie, because she's a billionaire's daughter. And then when Melanie meets me, she's going to find out that I'm the real gangster, that I'm the real deal, that I'm the real intellectual, that I've got this sexy body and all that other shit. She's going to realize what, you know, a real G is. And a G, the capital letter G, is a pictogram for a serpent. And I am the most reptilian fucking serpent in the goddamn world. Chest pound, chest pound, chest pound.